Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this morning? Any special requests today? All right. Let's come to a comfortable upright seated position. Legs crossed, rest your hands on top of your thighs, sit up straight and tall. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Let your head rise up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale. Sit up even taller and straighter. Exhale. Drop down into the seat of your mat. Inhale. As you exhale, constrict the back of your throat slightly to create that ujayi breath, the oceanic breath, the sound of the victorious warrior. We bring our attention to our breath in order to help us root into the present moment, to bring our attention back to something so simple. Inhale. Exhale. I was talking to our teacher trainees who are in the room today about how we use our breath to bring ourselves back to center as life invariably knocks us off center over and over again. Through difficult things, through happy things, anything that takes us out of our neutral seat, our clear vision of what's happening in the moment, what's really happening, not the stories we make up around it, and how the simplest and most powerful meditation available to us at any time is to bring our awareness and our attention back to our breath. Continue to breathe just as deeply and roll forward over your knees into child's pose. Our practice is a Vinyasa practice, meaning it links breath and movement. Child's pose is an asana. It's a posture. And we take our time in getting into this posture and dropping in so that we can remember to connect to our breath here and then in every movement that we make throughout the class. In child's pose, inhale and reach forward with your hands, lengthen your spine. Exhale and deepen into the pose. Drop your tailbone down. That pattern of breath will be consistent through the entire class. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen into the posture. Anytime your mind starts wandering, which it has a tendency to do because that's what minds do. They're like little 3-year-old kids who recently learned to walk and they're just wandering all over the place, exploring anything. Stories from earlier in the day, shopping lists of things to do later, things that they're noticing in the room, things they may be noticing in your body. Anytime that happens, bring it gently back to the center by calling it back with breath. No judgment. It's not right or wrong. Your mind just wanders. That's what it does. Bring it back with an inhale and an exhale, with a lengthening and then with a deepening. Take 2 more deep breaths and really exhale audibly on the exhale. Let your neighbors hear your breath. It's actually a gift you give to the rest of the class because it gives other people the freedom to breathe audibly as well. And when we're all breathing together, our awareness stays rooted in our breath throughout the entire class. Press down into your hands and come up to tabletop. Let's take cat-cow. Inhale, round your back to the sky. Draw the pit of your belly up, your navel up towards your spine. Exhale, sway your back into cow. Look up. Inhale, curl the pit of your belly up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Let your breath be audible. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And this time as you exhale, make a big lion's breath, stick your tongue all the way out, make a crazy face. Press back into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out, left and right. Claw the mat with your right and your left hand. We'll get a little synovial fluid going into those joints. Get your spine warmed up. Take your hips all the way over to the right and your heels drop all the way over to the right. Now press down through your left hand. Create a long left side body. Keep your hips raised high, your head down low. This is a downward facing dog, merged with the banana. And change over to the other side. Heels to the left. Come back to center. And settle into your first really good downward facing dog of the morning. Press down through the big knuckles of your pointer finger. Spiral your upper arm bones out in order to melt your shoulder blades together. Lift your hips up and back and drop your heels to the floor. Take deep breaths here. Slowly walk your feet forward to your hands and hang in ragdoll. Take hold of your elbows, put softness, water in your knees, and sway a little bit, like a tree in the breeze. Let your head just dangle off the top of your neck. And take a can opener and open up the top of your head, and if you have any last thoughts or stresses that you brought into the class, let those just shake out onto the mat. You can actually even shake your head, just drop all those thoughts out. And then when your head is completely empty, you can roll it back up, release your hands, and come up to standing. When you reach the top, take 5 really big shoulder rolls. Shoulders up to your ears and then onto your back. Make them as big as you possibly can. Bust up all that concrete in your shoulders. Get all the crunchies out. You can roll your head around on your neck if you want. And then come to Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. And we'll begin with 1 Om all together. Inhale. Inhale, drop your hands, then sweep your fingers high to the ceiling, reach up towards the ceiling, drop your shoulders down your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long straight spine from your coccyx to the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Tadasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Sun A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 really deep breaths here. We start off the class nice and slow so that you have lots of time to link your breath to your movement and to let your mind take a little holiday for 75 minutes. At the bottom of the next exhale, bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And again, root down through the big knuckles of your pointer finger. Spiral your upper arm bones out to melt your shoulder blades together. Lift your hips up and back, and finally ground down through your heels. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. There you go, Francesca. Nice. Even a little bit wider. Good. At the bottom of the next exhale, bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Start to warm it up now. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink low, reach high. Big toes touch, heels are slightly separated. And sink down even lower. Like you feel like you're about to fall back into a chair if you go any further. Draw the pit of your belly up and reach those fingertips up to the ceiling. Bring your gaze up, your drishti up, so it's straight in front of you, with your eyes actually lifted above the horizon line. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Step forward, right foot, warrior one. Take your time and let's set this up. Knee directly over the ankle, hips squaring to the front of the room. Reach your fingertips radiantly up towards the ceiling and drop your shoulders down your back. Reach your fingertips up. Even more. Good. Now drop your shoulders down. Great. Take a longer stance. Hands through heart center, high to low plank. Inhale up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Step forward, left foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. All the same adjustments you made on the other side. Notice where your body is in space. Come back to that equanimous mind. Just breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Hands through heart center, high to low plank. Inhale up. Exhale, push back. 3 deep breaths here. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, sink low, reach high. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, right foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Exhale, right back down, high to low. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, left foot, warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right back down, high to low plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Let your breath be audible. Use that ujayi breath where you constrict the back of your throat. You just tighten it a little bit to create that Darth Vader breath. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, sink low, reach high. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, right foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Exhale, right back down, high to low plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, left foot, warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right back down, high to low. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. This next round, we're going to try something special. I'm just going to call the breath. You guys know the postures, you know the sequence at this point. So just follow the class, stay with the breath. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, sink low, reach high. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slow it down a little. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. At the bottom of the next exhale, bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Utkatasana, sink low, reach high. Biggest round, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, right foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Exhale, right back down, high to low. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step forward, left foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Exhale, right back down. And vinyasa all the way through to downward facing dog. As we start to move into the flow, always feel free to take care of yourself. If you have any injury and need to modify, and feel free to take your knees or child's pose at any time. Conversely, if you know the up level, feel free to take it. Float your right leg to the sky. Everybody bring that back down. Inhale your right leg to the sky. It's like you're filling it up with air. Bend your knee, open your hip. Reach towards the folding wall, or the glass wall. And then flip your dog over. Feet parallel, 1.5 feet apart. Turn your belly to the sky. Bend your right arm and just cactus it a little to open your chest to the ceiling. And then reach towards the front of the room. Come back, high plank. Right hand down, left hand up, side plank. Drop your heels to the right. Look up to your left thumb. Flex your toes and float your left foot to the sky. Bend your knee, drop it behind you, wild thing. Come up on the ball of your left foot. Right leg is straight. Reach towards the front of the room, and again, turn your torso up to the ceiling as much as you can. Drive into that foot. Come back, high plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot to the sky. Nice. Bend your knee, open your hip, reach towards the folding wall. Flip your dog over. Feet parallel, 1.5 feet apart. Press your hips up to the sky. Cactus that left arm, open your chest, and then reach towards the front of the room. There you go. Press down. Nice. Come back, high plank. Low plank. Oh, sorry. Left hand down, right hand up. Almost missed that side plank. Look up to your right thumb, stack your heels, flex your toes, and float your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, drop it behind you, wild thing. Come up on the ball of your right foot, left leg is straight. Press your chest open to the sky. For 3, 2, 1, come on back. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Float your left leg to the sky. Left knee to left elbow. And back up. Left knee to right elbow. And back up. Left knee to left elbow, and if you can take the arm balance, go for it here. Flex your toes, draw the pit of your belly up. And everybody draw the pit of your belly. Uddiyana Bandha, up, 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 towards your spine for 3, 2, 1, back up, three-legged dog. Very nice. And step through crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Hug into the center line here, draw into the core in order to create stability in this posture. Right hand down, left hand up, spread your wings to fly. Windmill open to warrior 2. Sink deep into this posture. Bend your front knee out over your front ankle and track it over the pinky toe edge. It has a tendency to collapse in towards the center. Make sure that both your front and your back hand receive equal attention. And drop your shoulders down from your ears. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Extended side angle, left elbow to left thigh. Spin your torso up to the sky. This is where your breath really starts to come in handy. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and deepen into this stretch. Release. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Float your right leg to the sky. Right knee to right elbow. And back up. Right knee to left elbow. And back up. Right knee to right elbow and take the arm balance if you can fly. You got it, Sharif. Flex your toes, draw the pit of your belly out. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Three-legged dog. Step through, crescent lunge. Come back to your breath here. Let your breath drop down from your chest down into your belly. Lengthen your breath. Slow it down. Hands through heart center, twist to the right. Look up over your right shoulder. Spread your wings to fly. Left hand down, right hand up. Windmill open to warrior 2. Sink down deep. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Release. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And suddenly downward facing dog becomes a resting pose. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, sink low, reach high. Hands through heart center, twist to the right. Spread your wings to fly or take side crow if that's in your practice. Nice side crows. Flex your toes. And everyone come back. Utkatasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Take your feet hips width apart. Grab hold of your big toes. Draw your elbows out to the side. And everybody take a big sigh out here. Let's do that again. That sounded really nice. One more. Release your toes. Utkatasana. Hands through heart center, twist to the glass, twist to the left. Spread your wings to fly or take side crow. Come back, Utkatasana. Gorilla pose, feet hip width apart, place your padas under your hastas, your hands under your feet. And everybody, let's make horse lips. And whatever you got going on, just let it out. Take your hands out from under your feet and take either frog squat or crow pose. Frog squat, your feet are all the way wide on your mat, heels out to the edge, toes out 45 degrees. Sit down low and press your elbows into your inner knees. Everybody else, crow pose. Fingers spread wide on the mat. Hug your elbows together and then squeeze your feet together as you lift the pit of your belly up. For 3, 2, lift even higher. 1, shoot back, high plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Tadasana, reach high. Take hold of your right knee, draw it into your chest. Then grab your big toe with your peace fingers. Place your left hand on your hip. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Draw your shoulder back. So keep your shoulder engaged. Then open it out to the right. Take your left hand out to the left. Look out over your left thumb. And if your neighbor's foot is near your hand, give them a little lift. There you go. Bring it back to center. Keep your foot lifted, but let your hands float overhead. Warrior 3. Reach forward as though I'm handing you a big beach ball. Keep your back toes dialed straight down and your hip level to the ground. Sweep your hands behind you into airplane. I always imagine this like a squirrel suit and trying to catch wind beneath my wings here. Keep that right hip leveled down, toes pointed to the ground. Half moon, left hand comes down, right hand comes up. This is a great place to use a block. Chapasana, if that's in your practice, take hold of your ankle and pull it back into candy cane or sugar cane pose. And release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Second side, the easy side. Draw your other knee up to your chest. Left knee up. Take hold of your left toes. Stretch them out in front of you. Right hand on your right hip. Open your foot to the side. Reach your right hand out to the right and take a look out over your right thumb. Bring it back to center. Hold it aloft. Sweep it behind you. Warrior 3. Reach out in front. Grab that beach ball. Keep your toes dialed down, your hips square. Airplane arms. Catch the wind beneath your hands. Right hand down, left hand up, half moon. Look up to your left thumb. Flex those left toes and give them a little wiggle. See if you can spot them. That'll tell you that your foot is in the correct plane of your body. Take Chapasana if that's in your practice. Release, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach high. Left hand up, right hand by your hip, dancer pose. Take hold of your right foot on the inside edge. Inhale, everything into the center line. Exhale, reach forward, kick back. Bring your drishti, your awareness, to that front wall. Pick a point and reach for it with the center of your chest. So not with your hand, reach with your heart. For 5, sink deeper. 4, kick up higher. 3, use your gaze to bring stability. 2, 1, release. Windmill your arms. Nice going. I know for some of you that was a stretch. You can do it. Right hand up, left hand takes hold of your left foot. Inhale, hug everything into the center. Exhale, reach forward, kick back. Really expand here. Draw your heart forward and kick back even stronger into your hand. Lift that foot up towards the ceiling. For 3, full expression. 2, 1, release. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths here. Tree pose. Open your eyes. Bring the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Let your heart rise up to the ceiling along with your gaze. Track your drishti up the front wall until it reaches the ceiling. Come into a small back bend. Interlace your hands, float them overhead. Lean back a little bit more. Let your collarbone open and your throat open. Bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Lean back even deeper. For 3, hug into the core. Draw the pit of your belly up and in. 2, if you fall out, come right back to it. 1, release. Hands to heart center. Change sides. Bring the sole of your left foot up to your left inner or right inner thigh. Track your drishti up the front wall to the ceiling. Come into a little back bend. Interlace your hands, float them overhead. And this time, cactus your arms. So arms bent 90 degrees, palms open towards the front, then lean all the way back. I promise the floor is exactly where you left it. If you fall, nothing bad will happen to you. You'll just come back into it. So go for it. 3, all the way back this time. 2, 1, release. Hands to heart center. 3 deep breaths here. Eyes closed. Inhale.